Thank you for choosing Accurate Termite and Pest Control. We're honored to be your fumigation service provider. This instructional video will cover general information about the fumigation process, as well as preparation instructions for your home. If you still have questions about your fumigation following this video, an Accurate Termite and Pest Control representative can be made available either for an over-the-phone or an in-person consultation. You can also find shortened versions of this video in our video library. Accurate Termite and Pest Control successfully manages the fumigation of thousands of individually owned residences, including single-family homes, condominiums, and townhomes. We are very well versed and experienced at performing timely and effective fumigations. The process of fumigation is regulated by local, state, and federal agencies, including the Department of Pesticide Regulation and the Environmental Protection Agency, to name a couple. These regulatory agencies ensure that fumigations are performed in a manner that will be effective at dry wood termite eradication while keeping your family out of harm's way. In the state of California, all fumigators must perform fumigations the same way. Fumigation is not the only method of termite control, but it is one of only two methods recognized by the state of California as 100% effective at achieving whole house eradication of drywood termites. When a building is maintained regularly and effectively, termite infestations may be controlled and managed by way of local treatments. Local treatment refers to the act of applying termite control products to wood members to eradicate termites in a specific localized area. When termite infestations reach areas of a structure that are not reasonably accessible for inspection and local treatment, such as in wall studs, a whole house eradication approach must be considered. Termite infestations can and do reach inaccessible areas of a structure over the lifetime of a structure, requiring that a whole house approach for treatment be considered. Depending on location and other factors, structures that have had irregular or inadequate termite control maintenance programs, or no termite control maintenance program at all, are more likely to reach higher numbers of inaccessible infestations and with more severity in shorter periods of time than those structures with an effective maintenance control program in place. In California, only two methods of termite control are recognized as whole house eradication methods: fumigation and whole house heat treatment. In general, fumigation refers to the process of covering an entire structure or building under a tarp, commonly known as a tent. A gas or fumigant is released into that tent that will fill the space of the tent. By filling the entire space in the tarp, the fumigant reaches dry wood termite infestations that would go otherwise unnoticed and untreated by way of local treatment. In order to proceed with the fumigation, you will be required to vacate your home for at least 3 days and 2 nights. Your representative will provide you with the exact dates and times you will be required to be gone. Please keep in mind that the dates and times provided must be followed exactly. Failure to vacate properly by the date and time provided creates delays at the beginning of the project that can cause a ripple effect and spiral into major delays by the end of the project. Such delays could possibly prohibit us from finishing the project on time. Also, the time provided to return home is carefully considered and planned when scheduling the fumigation project. Returning home before we have had an opportunity to fully aerate and clear your home of fumigant could potentially expose you and your family to harmful gases. Please plan to arrive home at any time after the date and time provided, not earlier. Before performing a fumigation, we're required to inspect each residence to ensure that all people and pets properly vacated the home. This means that we are required to have a spare key to your home for access. You can provide your key to your representative at your in-person preparatory meeting, or you may make arrangements to provide your keys on the day of fumigation at the discretion of your rep and feasibility of your specific project. Generally speaking, we're required to inspect anywhere a small body could be housed. This does include accessing all of your bedrooms and closets. Please be sure that access to these areas of your home is not restricted. When fumigating multifamily structures such as condominiums or other shared housing buildings, we are unable to stop the project and ask for a key that was not previously provided. Your community's board of directors or property manager accordingly will provide an on-call locksmith that will give us access to inaccessible units in order to keep the project on track and on time for the convenience of all residents affected. Per state regulations, we are required to ensure that all people and pets have been properly vacated of the structure before a fumigation can begin. This does mean that all pets, including fish, must vacate the building before the fumigation. The presence of animals, whether or not you consider them pets, anywhere on or within the structure may cause significant delays or an altogether cancellation of your fumigation. An example of unwanted animals in your structure would be birds nesting in eaves or rafters, rodents in the attic or subcrawl areas, feral cats or other vermin that may use patios, decks, or other enclosures for harborage. If you know or suspect you may have an incident of unwanted animals in your home or frequenting your home, please consult with your accurate termite and pest control representative so the issue can be resolved thoroughly prior to the date of the fumigation. Again, failure to report and resolve such an issue in a timely manner may result in significant delays or altogether cancellation of the fumigation. On the day of fumigation, we will also be inspecting to ensure that certain food items have either been properly stored in the provided nilofume bags or vacated entirely from the structure prior to fumigation. If we come across a food item that should have been properly stored or removed but wasn't, we will have to remove and discard the food item prior to beginning the fumigation. As a general rule, only consumable and perishable items need to be bagged. Items that are not consumable, such as linens, dishes, or cosmetics, do not need to be bagged or stored. Your representative will provide you with a document that contains a list of food items that need to be bagged or removed prior to fumigation. The document provided also includes instructions on how to use your provided nilofume bags for food storage. The way to use your provided nilofume bags is as follows. Unroll your bundle of bags provided in an area with enough room to work with. Find the top bag and separate it from the rest of the bundle. Be sure to handle your bags one at a time. They are prone to static and very thin. Open the first bag and stick your hand through it to easily access the inside of the entire bag. Put the first bag aside and take a second bag and repeat the previous step. Once you have two open bags, place one bag inside the other. Take the consumable food items that need to be bagged and place them inside the inside bag. That is, every item needs to be double bagged. Keep in mind that the bags provided are special bags made out of nylon for the purpose of use during fumigations. All items must be in two of the provided bags. If we find an item that was single bagged or bagged using another plastic bag of a different material, we will have to discard that food item before we can begin the fumigation. Once the bags are filled, leaving about 2 fist lengths at the top of the bag, you're ready to seal the bags. To seal the bags, take the inside bag first and frill the top. Twist the top of the bag until you have a tight fuse-like notch. Fold the notch over and twist to seal. Once you have sealed the bag, you can secure it using a rubber band, tape, twist tie, or anything that will hold your seal together and in place over the course of the fumigation. Take the outside bag and repeat the previous step. Once both bags are sealed and secured, squeeze the fumigation bags to see if the seal holds. If it comes undone, open the bags and reseal until the seal is properly secured. Please note that plants left in the home are likely to be damaged during the fumigation. If you would like to avoid potential damage to your plants, remove them from your home and place them at least 5 feet away from the structure in an open area. Please note that you do so at your own risk. We will not be able to watch over or care for your plants, and they will be exposed to the elements during the fumigation. In multifamily buildings, we recommend that you label your plants when leaving them in common areas to avoid any confusion upon returning home. Also, on the morning of the fumigation, the gas company will be working outside your structure on the gas meters to turn the gas off. Having the gas company shut off the gas at the meter is a legal requirement before beginning any fumigation in California. Unless otherwise instructed by your representative, scheduling the gas company to turn the gas off prior to the fumigation is a part of our service. For fumigations of detached, single-family homes, such as the one shown here, you will be required to schedule directly with the gas company for a time that best fits your schedule to have the gas company come and restore your gas service. For fumigations of condominiums or other multifamily structures, scheduling the gas company to restore gas for common areas and individual residences is coordinated as part of our service to you. Once we have confirmed that the building has been properly prepared, vacated, locked, and secured, a warning agent named chloropicrin is released as another step to ensure that the structure was entirely vacated. Once that step has been properly completed, the fumigant is released throughout a network of small hoses located at various random places throughout the structure. The fumigant is released from large gas cylinders placed somewhere within the structure and is released somewhere between 12 to 24 hours, completing the first day of fumigation. After the first day of fumigation, ventilation begins. Certain places of the tent are designed to open and exhaust some of the fumigant air out. This is done from anywhere between 12 to 24 hours. After the ventilation of the structure is properly completed, your residence must be accessed again for inspection. At this time, we will be inspecting for the presence of fumigants. We are required to inspect all areas in your home that could potentially hold small pockets of gas, such as in cabinets or drawers. We will be opening cabinets and drawers in order to ensure that they have been properly aerated and completely exhausted of fumigant in order to ensure that you do not come in contact with the fumigant. A licensee goes through your home with specialized equipment to measure at the molecular level for the presence of fumigant. A network of fans is used for the duration of the fumigation to help with circulation of air movement, and also to ensure proper and final aeration and ventilation of fumigant from your home. Please excuse us as you may see evidence that your cabinets and drawers were opened during the fumigation. Keep in mind that our hands are not going inside the cabinets or drawer, nor are we looking for what's inside. We are simply opening these to make sure that we can properly exhaust and test the air throughout your home. Once your home has been properly cleared by a licensee, a safe to re-enter notice will be posted on your front door. This notice will include a phone number you can call if you have any questions or concerns upon returning home. It will also include the name and license number of the licensee who inspected and cleared your home. As a precaution, please leave this notice posted on your front door until after you have confirmed the gas has been restored to your home. Some gas company representatives may refuse to restore your gas service unless they see the notice posted on site. Once the fumigation process has been completed, your key will be left on your kitchen counter and the door will be locked upon our departure. If your door is deadbolt only, we may exit through your garage or some other way that will allow us to leave your home locked and secured. That's the general process of fumigation. To conclude, here are some important notes. All cars and storage units must follow the same rules as the rest of the structure that is being fumigated. This means that we must be able to access these both for inspection and aeration. We do not take storage unit or car keys. Please be sure that these are left accessible prior to your fumigation. Cars that are not left accessible for proper inspection and ventilation must be towed out of the area to be fumigated prior to proceeding. When possible, it is advisable to take cars out. The fumigant being used is an odorless, non-binding, non-residual product. That means that the fumigant does not leave a film, residue, or smell following the fumigation. However, it is possible that you may come back and find the smell of the plastic tarps used. Because the tarps are designed to be impermeable, it gets hot and muggy inside the tent during the fumigation. It is possible to get a plastic sticky smell of the tent itself, not the fumigant, when you return home. Also, if you leave behind any trash or dirty dishes in your home, it is likely that you will return home to a pungent smell, as the heat trapped inside the tent can cause organic matter to decay faster than normal. In order to avoid foul smells upon returning home, be sure to empty your trash bins, dishwashers, and sink prior to the fumigation. Remember that the fumigant has no binding properties and will not leave behind a residue. This means that you do not have to wipe down counters, do dishes, or a special load of laundry. Remember that the target pest for your fumigation is for drywood termites. While the fumigation may kill other bugs as well, it will not kill all bugs. If you are currently experiencing a problem with roaches or bed bugs in your home, you are likely to continue to experience a problem with the infestation after the fumigation. Talk to your accurate termite and pest control representative about how we can help with other pest problems. Though you will not be able to be with us when we inspect, ventilate, and certify your home during the process of fumigation, you are welcome to place internet-enabled Wi-Fi cameras throughout your home. These can remain on and functional for the duration of the fumigation, so you can see the work being done within your home. Accurate Termite and Pest Control does not supply, install, or monitor these cameras, but we are happy to work around these should you choose to install them yourself. Lastly, any baby mattresses or other waterproof mattresses in your home must be removed prior to the fumigation. Because of their impermeable nature, we are not able to thoroughly test the air inside and ventilate them. There is not a concern of residual on these mattresses, only a matter of being able to aerate and ventilate properly. Keep in mind that our tarps, sandbags, and crew workers have to reach the entire perimeter of the building being tented in order to ensure a good seal of the tent. Any plants, foliage, or landscaping within 3 feet of your home's exterior perimeter is likely to be walked on or manipulated during the tenting process. While we will be as careful and respectful as possible with your landscaping, it is necessary to walk on the entire exterior perimeter, and it is often also necessary to lay the tent and sandbags directly on plants surrounding your home's exterior. At Accurate Termite and Pest Control, we are committed to making your fumigation process as smooth as possible. Thanks for watching, and thanks again for choosing Accurate.